Leanne Cusack asks, income protection insurance versus faith that God will provide?
Leanne, this is a solid question, and the reason why I took it and wanted to answer is this was a big debate in my household actually between Kimberly and myself for the first few years of marriage. What I'm going to tell you is only what I did. I certainly not advice for everybody. Okay, for me, I just didn't bother with life insurance and income protection and all that sort of stuff. I just didn't do it. I just didn't do it. And part of my rationale was it's money that I could just save and use, to buy assets, right? But the greatest part of me was this maybe unhealthy bravado that goes, hang on a minute, I know what the Lord's asked me to do with my life. I'm not going to get taken out because I've got that thing to go and do. And, you could build a whole theology around why that is or isn't true. But that's just how I was. I was a bit confident in the fact that, people say you get hit by a bus any day. Yeah, but statistically you won't, right? And I quite like numbers. So the chances were for me. So anyway, and then Kimberly would always say, but what happens? And, it's funny. We looked back after, 5 or 6 years of being married. She stopped asking and then I realized why. It's like, well, we were okay. Like we are almost self-insured, now. And I remember Kimberly coming to me maybe 2 years ago and she's like, I don't really have a full grasp on it all. Like if you were to die or be incapacitated, like what happens? I'm like, it's really simple. Go get some good advice, go to the trust where we hold everything, sell it all, and live happily ever after. And so we kind of self-insured in a way. But I wouldn't say that's advice for everybody. But I just expect that when the kingdom says to somebody, this is what I want you to go and do, that you get to go and do that. And so for me, I didn't bother with those insurances, and I saved the money that I would have spent, and I put it to assets that grew over time, and then I ended up insuring by default. So I wouldn't say that's for everybody, but you asked the question, and that is my answer.